it's a few things that we definitely have to talk about. One thing that people are asking about is a bottom, right? That's when is a market bottom going to happen? So this is dependent on a few different factors. I think the number one factor is if he pulls back on tariffs or not.
Yes.
Yep.
But the only thing that could make him pull back on tariffs is if he has enough political pressure or enough. Three things can make him pull back on pressure on tariffs. I think public pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. If he sees his poll numbers start going down to 30%, that's going to hurt. Political pressure, that might be the weakest out of the three because he doesn't care. And
they're scared of him.
The third is business pressure. So the business pressure is already coming. When you see Bill Ackman, there's a bunch of CEOs that said that if we go into a bear market, they're going to start publicly calling for changes in the White House. And we've seen Elon Musk. He did it in a roundabout way, but he criticized the White House.
He's wanted the 0 tariff with Europe.
Yep.
He said that Navarro has no idea what he's doing. So
they laughed at him. They called him a car assembler.
That's disrespectful.
I'm like, yo, this is a wealthy. Okay,
that's disrespectful.
That's what they said.
Allegedly.
No, that's not alleged. That's literally what they said. The head of
Navarro.
No, about the wealthiest part.
Oh yeah, okay, that part. Yeah.
You know, the Navarro part real. Yeah.
So, two-part question here. Will the pressure from business and all the three of those aspects get to the point where he has to reverse course, or is he going to stay on some mad kingship? And
good question.
What is a potential bottom that we could see in the market? NASDAQ.
NASDAQ. Let me take the second one first because it's the easiest to answer. I'm gonna be honest or no. I can see worse. Okay, let me be measured. This is absolute worst case scenario. It does not mean that Ian Dunlap or Red Panda or any of the subsidiaries thinks this will happen. But if I was a measured man, I can see a world where 15,250, 250 is possible for NASDAQ. Not saying it's going to happen.
15,250. I mean, that could happen tomorrow. 15,000.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It's 15,600 now. That could happen literally.
No. I'm looking at the future. It says 17,727.
Yeah. The futures is higher, and
NASDAQ futures.
Yeah, and the futures they're pointing higher for tomorrow's open too.
Yeah,
so is a good sign.
And then if we're just looking at what SPY, I can see worst case scenario, us dropping to like 404.70.
So that's not far up to 4,000. That Kramer was saying.
Because what's going to happen if we drop to those levels? Once you see because China and a few indexes overseas, Nikkei, they're moving, which is interesting. The circuit breaker from 5% to 8%. I don't think we'll do that, but I do think if we get there in a speedy enough time, they'll start to hit those circuit breakers, let the money come in, and they won't do quantitative easing. But I think there will be some like institutional flow that comes in to buy it up, so we aren't at a level. Now the thing that will make. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, who'd you say the circuit breaker for us?
No, and the Nikkei index, they've moved in Shanghai. They've moved from 5 to 8%. Gotcha. But I do think they're going to do everything they can from us going into this recession. But if it looks like he can put us in a recession and his party starts to signal, we want you out of office, that's the only thing that's going to make him change. I told you guys from the very beginning, him and Elon, and shout out to those GB in my comments like, yo, Elon was supposed to only be there from 180 days. I'll talk to somebody who direct reports for Elon. That's not true. I'm going to go with my Rashad rant. I'm tired of y'all telling me things that I'm learning from people who run these. Like, I talked to somebody in the White House the night of the White House and told everybody in Stock Club the election was over 5 hours before NBC. Red Panda, yes or no? All the talking is cool. Y'all were telling me 7 weeks ago NVIDIA couldn't go to 95. I'm telling you, there's a different plan. And a bunch of these politicians and businessmen have sold their assets as a hedge. There's high-level treason and espionage going on right now. Not on accident. Allegedly.
There's a Mad King, and there's going to be a Jamie Lannister. We don't know who it's going to be, but somebody got to stop this. There's got to be somebody.
We need a Kendrick Lamar in that office.
We need a Jamie
immediately.
It's real out here. I mean, it's tough to predict about them when you're dealing with somebody who is irrational, right? Like literally irrational. Like 50. Tomorrow it could be like, yo, we're adding another 50.
So nobody can make him stop.
I don't see a person. He doesn't fear them. It actually is the inverse. They actually fear him, which is why they won't speak up or they won't try to stop him or get in his ear. Well, who?
Putin. Hefe make him shut up.
Hefe.
Why Hefe? Shit. That's Debo.
So I thought that something might come up today's meeting. He met with
Netanyahu.
He met with him today about tariffs, and I think Israel had a 17% tariff. So they came to discuss that. I was interested in seeing what would come from that. I didn't hear any news about that.
No, he said Netanyahu said whatever y'all want to do, whatever America wants to
do. He's good with that. Yeah, what I saw was the Dodgers visiting the White House and him playing golf on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Netanyahu said that they're going
to go with the 17%.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, do they have a choice?
Right, I'm just saying. I don't know how the meeting went.
Just got $50 billion.
I'm thinking like, yo,
put up too much of a fight,
or is it like, yo, we might raise that to 30? I just don't know what to do. Every day is a new thing.
Okay, we'll see.